I'm Rosemary B. Santos from Pasay City East High School, and I will be your teacher for today. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to illustrate permutation of objects using fundamental counting principle. Our topic for today is illustrating permutation of objects using fundamental counting principle. Do you have any idea about it? If not, don't worry. I am here to guide you on the process. Let's start our discussion. Let's try to discover. Let us recall the results of the problems in our previous lessons. The first problem, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, or PRRD, is planning to visit 3 cities, Manila, Cebu, and Davao. In how many ways can he arrange his schedule of visits? On the first stop, you have 3 possible cities to visit. On the second stop, you have only 2 possible cities to visit. And since you have visited one of the cities on the first stop, and on the third stop, you have only 1 city left. Without using tree diagram, listing method, or table method, we can still find the number of possible outcomes using the fundamental counting principle. Fundamental counting principle states that if activity A can be done in n sub 1 ways, activity B can be done in n sub 2 ways, activity C in n sub 3 ways, and so on, then activities A, B, and C can be done simultaneously in n sub 1 times n sub 2 times n sub 3 ways. Applying the fundamental counting principle in the problem on visiting schedule, we will have this solution. First stop times the second stop times the third stop equals the number of possible ways. Substituting the number of choices per stop, we will have 3 times 2 times 1. And what do you think is the product? Correct. 6 is the answer. Therefore, there are 6 possible visit schedules. Our second problem is, consider a set of letters A, C, and T. How many ways are there to arrange these letters? For the first letter, you can choose 1 from 3 letters. For the second letter, you can only choose 2 from the 3 letters, since you already chosen 1 from the 3 letters. And for the third letter, you have only 1 option, since you have chosen 2 from the 3 letters already. Applying the fundamental counting principle in this problem, our solution is first letter times the second letter times the third letter equals the number of possible ways. Substituting the number of choices, then we will have 3 times 2 times 1. What is the result? Did you get 6? Then you're correct. Therefore, there are 6 possible arrangement of letters. Let us solve this problem. You are making codes using primary colors, red R, yellow Y, and blue B. How many possible ways can you make a code using only 2 colors? Solution: the first color can be filled in 3 ways: red, yellow, or blue. While the second color can be filled in two ways only, since one color is already used for the first code. Using the fundamental counting principle, the two color codes can be formed in 3 times 2 equals 6 ways. Therefore, there are 6 possible ways of two color codes. More examples. Let's try this one. A particular type of combination lock has 10 numbers on it. How many sequences of 3 numbers can be formed to open the lock if no digit is repeated? Solution. There are 3 positions to be filled. Since there are 10 digits, the first position can be filled in 10 ways. The second position in 9 ways. And the third position in 8 ways. Because no repetition is allowed. Using the fundamental counting principle, the total number of sequence is 10 times 9 times 8. Can you compute the product? Is your answer 720? If so, you're correct. Therefore, there are 720 sequences of 3 numbers that can be formed if no digit is repeated. Let us have our final problem. New license plates for cars in the Philippines come in 3 letters and 4 digits format, like LLL, D, 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 and D. How many will have all their letters and digits distinct? Solution. For all the letters and digits to be distinct, it means that no repetition is allowed. The first letter can be any of the 26 letters in the alphabet, but the second letter can only be any one of the 25 since we cannot duplicate the first letter. There are only 24 choices for the third letter since we cannot duplicate either the first or the second. The same goes true for the 4 digits. Hence, the total number of plates with no repeated letters or digits is 26 times 25 times 24 times 10 times 9 times 8 and times 7. The product is 78,624,000. Therefore, there are 78,624,000 new license plates of cars with their letters and digits distinct. Remember, fundamental counting principle states that if activity A can be done in n sub 1 ways, activity B can be done in n sub 2 ways, activity C in n sub 3 ways, and so on. Then, activities A, B, and C can be done simultaneously in n sub 1 times n sub 2 times n sub 3 ways. And that ends our lesson for today. Did you understand it very well? If not, don't worry. You may go back to the lesson presented to you in your module. If today's lesson is very clear to you, congratulations! You may now answer the exercises in your module. Good luck and happy learning!